Hare Krishna. Welcome
Hare
all to
Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
We start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudire Nastaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktirunashtaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Angum Langayate यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे माधवं चैतन्यमीश्वरम् ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य तारिणी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा devotees, welcome for Bhagavatam discussion. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 8, Text 22, right, today?
Archana Mataji.
Okay, right.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Yeah. 1 second. Canto 2, chapter 22.
Do you want me to read the shloka, Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Mataji, I'm not able to read it.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll read. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Yo vanushyainam sargaha pasandasya cha sambhava atmano bandha mokshau cha vyavastanam swarupatah. Mataji, will you continue? Hare Krishna.
Oh, okay. Translation and
Or
purport
do you
by
want me
his...
to read?
No, I'll read. No issue. This I'll read. Translation and
Okay,
purport by His Divine Grace. I see Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Please also explain how merged in the body of the Lord living beings are created and how the infidels appear in the world. Also, please explain how the unconditioned living entity exists. Purport. The progressive devotee of the Lord must inquire from the bona fide spiritual master how living entities merged in the body of the Lord again again came back at the time of creation. There are two kinds of living entities. There are the ever liberated and conditioned living beings as well as the ever conditioned living beings. Of the ever conditioned living beings, there are two divisions. They are the faithful and the infidels. Of the faithful, there are again two divisions, namely the devotees and the mental speculators. The mental speculators desire to merge into the existing of the Lord or to become one with the Lord, whereas the devotee of the Lord desire to keep separate identities and constantly engage in the service of the Lord. The devotees who are not...
1 second, huh?
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
yeah, who are not fully purified, as well as the empiric philosophers become conditioned again during the next creation for further purification. Such conditioned souls become liberated by further progress of devotional service to the Lord. Maharaj Parikshit asked all these questions from the bona fide spiritual master in order to become fully equipped in the science of the God. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai
So
Shri
Parishna
Prabhupada.
Maharaj is asking question like, please explain how merged in the body of the Lord, living beings are created and how infidels appear in the world. How, and also explain how the unconditioned living entities exist. So we all know that how the living entity comes from the body of Mahavishnu. When the Mahavishnu breathes out, the number of the universes coming, and each universe, Lord Mahavishnu goes as Garbhodaka Vishnu, and the living entities put into different the Brahma conditions. Now, Parishit Maharaj is asking, see, all are part and parcel of Krishna. And Krishna also say that one who comes to him, they never come back. Nashashankuna Pavakaha, in that sloka, he says that, so the one who comes to me, he never come back. Now the question comes then, how the living entity is coming here? So this question was answered once. The question was asked to His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj. Now the question was that if all jivas are part and parcel of Krishna, then how come we are here? Because Krishna clearly says that one who goes to him never comes back. Then how come we are here? So Maharaj, in that one very short answer says that suppose you are walking on the street, somebody pushes you into the well. Don't question who pushed him to the well. Please try to save yourself. Instead, come up, save yourself. So basically the question that how we came back is not material. How we save ourselves is matter. Because the jiva in this material world for long time, not very short time, because and the number of jivas also unlimited. So we don't know when I come back to material world. That is the first point. So here Prabhupada in the purport says progressive devotee must inquire from a bona fide spiritual master how the living entities merge in the body of the Lord comes back again. So that because that's the point I should understand. That means that's a risk that I can come back again, provided if I don't understand the real purpose of going back. And after going back again, if I desire to enjoy in separation with Krishna, there is every possibility that I come back. But the jiva who was really sufficiently purified here will not go back, will not come back again, because he has completely realized that this material world is dukkhalaya mashashvatam, this is a miserable place. The Prabhupada says this is not a place for gentlemen. So never desire to come back. So Prabhupada says there are two kinds of people, conditioned. So it's ever liberated and ever conditioned. So Baddha Jiva and Mukta Jiva. Eternally Baddha, eternally Mukta. Always, conditioned, always liberated. Now, the two kinds of people, the always liberated jivas also will come back to the material world. Their purpose is different. And always the eternally conditioned baddha jiva will also come here, material world, but because they are forced to come. The always liberated jivas, they come to material world for the purpose of reclaiming conditioned souls back home, back to God. Example, Prabhupada and other, great personalities. They are not part of this world. They are not forced to come here. they have been requested to go and claim these people or bring back these people back home, back to Godhead. So that is a difference. People like me, the souls like me, are conditioned. I mean, forced to come here because of my desire to enjoy in separation with Krishna. So Prabhupada further says that out of the ever conditioned, the Baddha Jivas, the faithful and infidels. So the conditioned souls, there are different stages. The faith, some are different levels. The like now with the bhakti visa, no? Shraddha and sadhu sangha, then bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi, bhava, prema. The different levels are there. So there are jivas who taken some faith. They can be different stage. The faith can be in different levels. Some are very small, 1% faith. Some are maybe the 100% faith. 100% faith means 100% faith means the bhava or prema stage. So people can be different levels. Though in that stage also, they may die. They may die and go back. And if at that time the pralaya happens, Jiva may go back to Mahavishnu's body. Doesn't mean that they will go to Goloka. They will merge in Mahavishnu's body, and next creation, next day of Brahma, they will come back here. So this cycle will go on. And also there is another set of jivas, infidels or atheists or here pashandis. They are non-faithful. They will go on this material world. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam cycle will be. So Prabhupada further says, the faithful, there are again two divisions, namely devotees and mental speculators. Those who developed the faith, again, they have taken devotional activities, and the jnanis, mental speculators. There are these two categories. The mental speculators, again, they're in that mood of speculating, or they are unnecessary questioning. Devotees that take up devotion service, they are in the path of going back home Godhead. They may not be perfected, or they are in the process of perfecting. Sometimes they may take one life, same life. Sometimes may take more than one life. They'll come back if they are not able to perfect in this same life. They may go back and come back again in a different body, or especially the human being. Like Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, those devotees could not succeed. They may get birth in the Vaishnava family or the very rich family where every facilities for doing bhakti is there. They'll perfect. There are different levels. So then the mental speculators desire to merge into existence of the Lord. So those mental speculators, they merge with the Brahma Jyoti or merge with and they will never go back home Godhead. They will be in the circulars, the circular. So Prabhupada also says that the conditioned souls become liberated by the further progress devotion service to the Lord. So Maharaj Parishit asked all these questions from bona fide spiritual master in order to become fully equipped in a science of God. Now, as a practicing devotees, we should understand this. First of all, why I am here, and what is the purpose of me here, and how do I go back? That is the point. And what is the risk if I don't do properly my devotion service? If I miss this, what is the risk? And you know, what is the chance that I'm never able to go back? Because this 10,000 years now is a golden age. If I miss this chance, next, suppose if I don't go back, and if I get into the 84 lakhs of species, but by the time next I get a human body, maybe this 10,000 years are gone. Because if I get into some bodies, it may have a long life. So I may miss this, and by the time the situation may not be conducive for performing devotional service. That is the reason Prabhupada is always warning and giving us a real, warning. Please, please take up devotional service now, seriously. Don't miss this bus. Don't miss this. If you miss it, there's every possibility that never will we go back. So please take up, and especially this age, so good that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was just recently came 540 years before, and Mahaprabhu has given the holy name. Prabhupada came and established ISKCON and given all the facilities, given Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, temple, and holy name, prasadam, and the devotee association. Everything is given. We are in such a good situation. We need to just make use of that. Like Prabhupada says, just sit in the boat. The spiritual master, the navigator of the boat will take us back home, got it. Prabhupada also given a guarantee. Chant 16 rounds attentively, follow four regular principles, and support preaching. I will ensure that it'll go back home back to this life itself. So that is a super advantage for us, but we should make use of that. We should not leave this opportunity. Okay, I'll stop here. Next sloka 23.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Prabhu. Text 23. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srila Prabhupada ke Jai. Yata Atma Tantra Bhagavan Vikridati Atma Mayaya Visrija Vayata Mayam Udaste Sakshivat Vibhuha. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ke Jai. The independent personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and at the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency, and he remains a witness to it all. Purport: Lord Sri Krishna, being the supreme personality of Godhead and fountainhead of all other incarnations, is the only independent person. He enjoys his pastimes by creation as he desires and gives them up to external energy at the time of annihilation. By his internal potency only, he kills the demon Putana, even though enjoying his pastimes in the lap of his mother Yashoda. And when he decides to leave this world, he creates the pastimes of killing his own family members, Yadukula, and remains unaffected by such annihilation. He is the witness of everything that is happening, and yet he has nothing to do with anything. He is independent in every respect. Maharaja Parikshit desired to know more perfectly, for a pure devotee ought to know well. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada
So,
Jai.
Father Parshid Maharaj is asking, the independent personality of Godhead enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and the time of annihilation gives them up to the external potency, and he remains witness to it all. First point is that Krishna is independent. Krishna is Swarata. He's 100% Swarata. I mean, whatever happens in this world, material world, spiritual, as per his desire. Everything is out of his desire. But at the same time, he is not in it. So that is the beauty, He is completely aloof. But everything happens as per his will. Ham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. He says everything manifested. Everything happens as per his desire. He is like a, controller, or it's like the dolls playing, the person who with the rope making everybody to play. But he is beyond that. So he is independent. Nobody can dictate him. That's the reason Krishna can take any form. Krishna can do anything. There is no condition. That's the one reason if you see Krishna's pastime, each pastime got a different. There is no consistency like one form, one pastime, one avatar it takes Kurma avatar, next Matsya avatar, next Narsimha avatar. I mean, there is no he takes based time, place, circumstances, depends on his Leela, he takes different forms. So we cannot force him that we should do like this. At the same time, he is totally free and is everything happens his will. So at the same time, all the incarnations, is a source. So Yathecha Kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam in the Bhagavatam also says all the incarnations are Kalapamsha, is part and parcel, is expansion of Krishna. But he is the source. That is the point. But at the same time, even though he's independent, for a pure devotees, he says, I'm not independent. In that Durvasa Muni and what is that? What Maharaj's name? Okay. Durvasa Muni. Huh?
Dushyanta. Dushyanta
Who?
Prabhu.
Ambarish Maharaj.
No. Ambarish Maharaj. Yes, sorry. Ambarish Maharaj.
Ambarish
Yes.
Maharaj.
Correct. Yeah, in that pastime, Durvasa Muni runs different places, Brahma, Vishnu, and Ishvara. The Lord Vishnu says that Aham Bhakta Paradhina. He says, I am not independent. I am controlled my devotee. So we can see that in Krishna's pastime also in Vrindavan. Krishna in Vrindavan controlled by the gopis. Prabhupada has mentions there different pastimes. So the gopis make him to dance. The gopis like Yashoda take a stick and chase him, hit him. He cries, he runs. Has no freedom at all. He is controlled by his pure devotees. That is the quality of Supreme Personality God. Prabhupada here talks about Putana, the Putana who came to kill him, and Krishna sucked her blood, sucked her jiva only, not just blood. And at the time, he was just enjoying now as a child, small child. Putana, he gave a position of a mother in the his spiritual world. So because she came with the intention of feeding a breast milk, so he considered her as a mother. So both happens, and also Prabhupada talks about how Krishna when wanted to come this material world. Like for example, in Krishna's appearance pastime, we know that we read the Krishna book when Mother Earth went to Brahmadeva saying that all these demons are creating problem. Bhumi Devi in the form of a cow pleads Brahmadev, I'm not able to tolerate the weight of this demons. So actually when you say weight, she doesn't meant the physical weight, their ahankara, their cruelty. So Brahmadev along with all the devatas goes to Lord and they offer Purusha Shukta prayers. There Lord says that yes, I will come. You all go take birth in Yadukula, Yaduvamsha, different forms. I'll come. So they all come. Different people take different roles. And Krishna appears, Balram, Krishna, and all the pastime happens. And when all the pastime finished, wanted to go back, so he takes them back also. For that, he creates again pastime. This Yadu family, they fight each other. I mean, for the pastime sake, they drink some kind of Varuni type intoxication. They fight each other, they kill each other, and they go back. So to take them back, also he creates a pastime. To bring them to this material world, also he creates a pastime. And this is how he does that. Dasha Prabhupada says that, so he is the witness of everything that is happening, yet he is nothing to do with this anything. That is the beauty. Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, that is the kind of a mystery. Even Lord Brahma says, I am not able to understand. When Brahma appeared from the lotus stem of Garbhodaka Vishnu's navel, he could not see anything. And he was asked to do tapa. He did tapa for thousands of years. Then he says, yes, I could understand that, I can understand Lord. After so many years of tapa, he says, I could understand that, I cannot understand. That is the glory of the Lord. Ananta Shesha, for thousands of years, or unlimited number of years, with the thousands of hoods, is continuously glorifying. Still not finished. It's going on. So that is the glory of Supreme Lord. That Parishit Maharaj is asking Sukdev Goswami, please explain about such personality so that the devotees like me understand. So why Parishit Maharaj is asking this? So that people like us can understand and appreciate Krishna's glories and his pastimes and his purpose. Here, maybe just I read out Srila Vishnu Chakra Thakur's the purport here. Describe how the supremely independent Krishna carries out pastime using the Yogamaya potency. So there are two potencies, Mahamaya and Yogamaya. Internal energy and external energy. Internal energy is Yogamaya, external energy is Mahamaya. Yogamaya works for Krishna, and the external energy of external energy also works for Krishna, but we need to control the material and other aspect. Yogamaya is the spiritual aspect. Why Yogamaya required? For example, when Krishna as a child, Mother Yashoda takes a stick. So that's the time Yogamaya kind of puts a curtain to Yashoda Maya not to think that he is Lord. Because if she realizes this boy is a Supreme Lord, she cannot punish. So that's where Yogamaya works. And sometimes Yogamaya works against Krishna also. As far as Krishna desires that I should not think that I'm the God. So Yogamaya puts and he behaves like a baby. So the Yogamaya works there. Mahamaya works in the material world. So, like a superficial witness, describe how the Lord carries out the pastimes of creation, having given up universe at the time of destruction, or describe how independent Atma Tantraha and Bhagavan, the source of all avatars, perform pastime, starting with the killing of Putana using his Yogamaya potency. His supreme position is shown when Mahavishnu steals the sons of Brahmana in order to see Krishna. So that is another pastime. So Mahavishnu steals sons of Brahmana so that Krishna takes him to the and brings him back. That another pastime happens. And describe how after creating the special pastime disappearance, the Yadukula disappearance. So all this happens as per Krishna's will, and so that we, the practiced devotees, understand the glories of the Supreme Lord. Okay, I'll stop here. Devotees can share comments. Who want to start? Asha Mataji, is it okay to speak?
Asha Mataji, she is not well, it seems, Prabhuji.
Okay.
She has put message.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Yeah, Mariappan Prabhu can start.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams.
Yeah, yeah.
Living entities emerges out from Mahavishnu. If we are part and parcel of Supreme Lord, how come we have come down to this material world? Here one must inquire, try to understand how to go back home, back to Godhead must be the priority. Because if I desire, there is every chance of coming back to material world again. Conditioned soul or souls are forced to come down to the material world. Liberated souls are in different stages of devotion. During annihilation, jivas go back to spiritual world and get merged with the Supreme Lord. Mental speculators decide to merge with the Supreme Lord who never achieve their goals. As practicing devotee, why I am here in this material world, I must understand and my optimum utilize the precious opportunity of going back to Godhead in this life itself, because there is a risk of missing this chance will lead to situation. Never again I may get a chance, this kind of precious chance again. That so hence I should not miss this opportunity, and I must do all devotional practices sincerely and try to achieve the goal of going back to spiritual world in this life itself. And Sri Krishna is 100% Swarat and independent. Everything manifests according to his desires. Each Leela and avatar of Supreme Lord is unique in nature. He is the source of all creation and avatars, whereas same Krishna is controlled by gopis in Vrindavan. He is controlled by his pure devotees. Putana is killed by Krishna while he was enjoying his pastimes in the lap of Mother Yashoda. Even after 1,000 years of austerity of Brahma, confirms he is unable to understand Supreme Lord. And you have highlighted about Yogamaya and in spiritual world and Mahamaya in material world, Prabhuji. That much I have understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for the wonderful talk.
Bhuvaneshwari Mataji, want to say anything? Kanchana Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Namaste.
This Srimad Bhagavatam 2.8, 22nd verse discuss the creation of living being within the divine body, contrasting the ever liberated and ever conditioned souls. Ever conditioned being comprise faithful infidels, with faithful ones further divided into devotees and mental speculators. Devotees aspire to serve the Lord while retaining their identities, whereas mental speculators seek unity with Him. While impure devotees and empiric philosophers may face reconditioning in future creations, they can attain liberation through devotional service. The key lesson of this verse 22 emphasizes that true liberation is achieved by maintaining individual identity and actively engaging in loving devotional service rather than striving for merger with divine. Then verse Srimad Bhagavatam 2.8.23 by His Grace, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The text discusses the concept of supreme independence as exemplified by Lord Krishna, who embodies the ultimate freedom by engaging in pastimes through both internal and external potencies. Internal energies Yogamaya, external is Mahamaya, and remaining unaffected by events such as destruction and mortality. Maharaja Parikshit inquiry highlights the necessity for devotees to deepen their understanding of this principle. The verse illustrates that Lord acts solely by His will, emphasizing divine detachment and the importance of performing duties without attachment or material ego. That is my understanding, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Rina Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam. So in these two verses, we learn about the relationship between the soul and the Supreme Lord. So we are all eternal souls, but at times we forget the Supreme Lord, Lord Sri Krishna, and we become bound by the material life and the material enjoyments. But Lord Sri Krishna is eternal and all, and He is the Supreme Lord who is the entire creator, and he's never affected by any of these things. So and he's also bound, he gets involved with his devotees and tries to do what the devotees pursue him to do. So that is the love and affection that he connects with the devotees. So by practicing bhakti, we can reconnect with him, become free from all the material bondages, and also return to our original spiritual nature. So the eternal souls, we should not never forget Lord Sri Krishna, and because Krishna never forgets us, that's more important. He loves us, guides us, and it's all the entire creation, and also takes an opportunity to come along with his like the example that you gave, where when he came, he brought all his people and created a situation where all his people can come, and then takes back along with him also. So opportunity to return back to him through the devotional service. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Sanatan Prem Prabhu, add anything, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So here, 22nd verse, Prabhupada is telling about that the inquiries for the transcendental knowledge should always be made through the bona fide spiritual master. And two types of living entities are there, Nitya Mukta and the Nitya Baddha. And in Nitya Baddha also, there are two kind of people, faithful person who accept Vedic authority, and infidels who reject God and spiritual authorities. So further in faithful, there are devotees and there are mental speculators. So those whose devotion or realization is incomplete may again take birth for further purifications. And devotional service grants permanent liberation and restore the soul to its conditional position as Krishna's eternal servant. And for 23rd verse, it is about the Lord as how he's completely independent. So he is in the first shloka of Bhagavatam itself, it is given that Lord is Swaraj. So he performs all his transcendental pastimes through his internal spiritual energy, Yogmaya. He's never under the influence of material nature. And at the time of cosmic annihilation, he simply withdraws the creation through his external energy while he remaining completely unaffected, just as a witness. And whatever Lord's activities, pastimes he do here, they are transcendental pastimes like killing Putana or binding up the Yudhik dynasties. They are not some material activities. So the lesson from this verse is like the soul is eternally an individual servant of Krishna. Liberation means reviving that eternal relationship. Liberation is not some merging into Brahman, but true liberation is reviving that eternal relationship with the Lord. And devotional service is superior to the impersonal speculation because it leads to the eternal association with the Lord. That's all.
Thank you, Guruji. Shridevi Mataji, anything else on that?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Parikshit Maharaj asks how the liberated conditioned souls come back to the material world. So Sukdev Goswami explains that the liberated souls have the desire to be in separate with Krishna. And Lord Krishna gives us free will for every living entity. So they come down to the material universe.
Sorry, Mataji, liberated souls doesn't have desire. Liberated souls, they come here for a particular purpose to reclaim. Conditioned souls are desire.
Conditioned souls.
Yeah.
And means that liberated conditioned souls come down, Prabhuji.
No, liberated means Nitya Mukta. Mukta means, like example, Nitya Mukta, say Prabhupada, or like, those are always eternally liberated. They come here for a particular purpose, but conditioned like Baddha, Nitya Baddha, like me, we come here because of a desire to enjoy separation of Krishna. Yeah.
Prabhuji. And there are two kinds of living entities: ever liberated unconditional living beings and ever conditioned living beings. ever liberated unconditional living beings, they're devotees of Lord and wants to engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. But the other ones, like ever liberated unconditional living beings, they no, ever conditioned living beings, they're they want to merge with the Lord. They are in mental speculators. And in the next verse, Prabhuji, next this thing, Krishna is independent. He is the witness of everything that is happening, but he is not. He has nothing to do with the material. He has nothing to do with anything. He is the witness of everything what is happening, but he has nothing to do with everything. He is independent and aloof in every respect. All the incarnations happen with his potencies. He enjoys his pastimes by his internal potency, and he gives them up to the external energy at the time of annihilation. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Sudhavati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranams. Thank you for the class. So I should question every time, who am I and what is the purpose of my life? So what is the purpose of my life is to reach Krishna's abode. So for that, what I'm supposed to do? To do 16 chants a day and be in Krishna consciousness, listen to Krishna's glories, and be in Krishna's devotional service. In that way, I can reach Krishna's abode. And also, like, we all came from Krishna, and why we are here on earth. Instead of speculating that if we fell on a well, we have to see how to come up. So that's how we are in hell on this earth, having we should have we should be going through, birth, death, life cycle. So to avoid this, how I'll go back to Godhead. That is my goal. And also, you have told us about Krishna's energies, and this whole creation is created by him, and all other incarnations are his part and parcels, including us. Um, but yet he's bounded by his bhaktas like gopikas. So we are very fortunate to be his devotees, because though Lord is the creator of everything, but still he gives so much importance to his devotees. That way we are very fortunate and be in his good books by doing all things which are favorable to him, which pleases him, and reach Lord's abode as quickly as possible. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. And one question, like, internal potency is his spiritual, and external energy is Maya, right, Prabhuji?
Correct. Yoga Maya is internal potency. Mahamaya is external
Uh, in-
potency.
External energy is Mahamaya, right, Prabhuji? External energy is
Correct.
Maya, right, Prabhuji?
Mahamaya.
Ha.
Yes. Internal
Okay,
potency is Yoga Maya. Shruti Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Shruti Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Everyone has covered. Thanks for the class, Prabhuji. Hare
Vidya
Krishna.
Prabhu Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Joined a little late.
I
Thank you
think
for class, Prabhuji.
okay. So we'll stop here. Vancha kalpasarabhyasya kripa sindhubhyevacha patitana pavanebhya vaishnavibhyo nama ananta koti vaishnav vrinda ki jai grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. See you tomorrow same time. Hare Krishna. Danat pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for the class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam.